Alright. Welcome to my new video, and I'm gonna show you my Warden, Spectral Helix Warden Simulacrum farmer. This is basically the worst that we can get in terms of mods. I hope I don't die. Like, we could occasionally die in this, but overall this character came out pretty well. Let me quickly show you how it's doing in Simus, and yeah, then we talk about the character. Right, now I'm getting scared because this is literally also the worst map. I don't know why, but a lot of the times when I run down, I just die. Well, not a lot of the times, but sometimes I can die. A little bit tricky. Other maps are way better. Alright, let's try to get in. Oh yeah, and I died. Yeah, also literally the worst mods. But you don't really have to be too worried. Like, I think I bricked 1 out of 25 maps. I completely bricked. The main issue is that I'm not capped on Chaos Res yet. But it's really not worth it for me optimizing because I'm about to switch to Headhunter to Mage Blood. And that's also why I wanted to make the video, so it gets out before I make the swap and change strats. And as you can see, our health sustain is really, really good. I will show you in a bit why. I don't know why he's not getting damage. Not a good positioning here. Okay, that's way better. Alright. Oh, and we do not have Corrupting Blood immunity, which is easily fixable by Jewel, but yeah, I just didn't get it yet. Alright, last wave. What do we have? Freeze, Elepen, not really that bad. Inflict Shock is bad because we do not have 100% shock immunity. All other mods are actually okay. I mean, there is chaos on it. Let's see how we do. Should do fine. This was way better, huh? I should just showcase this one. Oh yeah, as you can see, the damage is pretty decent. Actually pretty good. And yeah, as I said, you can occasionally die, like in a clusterfuck like this, but yeah, oh shit. But if you play carefully, you don't die at all. I mean, here in this situation, like you can still die to Coast's one shot and the other guy called. Alright, anyways, a little bit of a sloppy showcase. I wanted to make it deathless, but just sometimes not possible. You will sometimes die on this character. It is what it is, but I still think for how much it costs overall, It's really, really decent. I found over 20 simulacrums now, and I made like over 150 divines or something. Like I got decently lucky, but I can basically buy my mage blood now. That's why I wanted to make the video quickly. So I can go over the character and show you what I've done here, and maybe you can get some ideas of what you can do with this kind of character as well. So first of all, why do we use Spectral Helix? Because basically we go for slower proj, and it will linger for a while, and it does a lot of hits. So I think the damage is pretty decent, and it got buffed this season. And I think it's a little bit underrated. It's not really good for clearing. For clearing, you would want to swap later to Cobra Lash, ideally, or you can use Lightning Strike or whatever you want. There's a good video from Pelstron on what skills you can use. I really like Cobra Lash, though, but I will explain the setup switch later. So weapon, this is, I mean, a pretty decent weapon. I bought it for 15 divines. You can, if you look at Spicy Sushi's crafting video from last year for how you craft basically a mirror dagger in 120 divines, you can do that crafting approach and slam two together, and you basically get this. It doesn't have to be the finished process. Otherwise, I'm pretty sure you can use a claw. Like the triple L claw would be fine. Then you don't use a squire, you use something else, and that setup should be completely fine as well. You do not have to do this exact same setup with a dagger. I just wanted to play daggers because they got buffed. And yeah, I wanted to try the dagger approach. There's some good notes on daggers. Heat Shiver, cannot really change this out. It's too much damage. It's pretty good. Yoke, also not debatable. We are cold base, so this is not debatable. You need to shock. Two decent rings, nothing really insane or special. Chest, also nothing special. Just a lot of armor and evasion and suppress. That's basically it. Basically what you need. The Squire is self-explanatory. We have like a pseudo. What do we have? 3 pseudo 9 link, I would say. Boots, also nothing special. Just suppress, movement speed, armor evasion. Pretty bad belt. Like also nothing special. Yeah, Murderous Eye Jewel. Pretty normal. And gloves, one abyss socket. And also not too special. It's quite good gloves though. But overall, all of this equipment is maybe I don't know, 50 divines max. Yeah. Tinctures with cooldown recovery, so they're basically up all the time. 100% of the time they're up. And then we just have triple flask here, armor, evasion, and curse effectiveness. We do not have shock immunity basically at the moment, which is kind of sad. And also what I wanted to do before that I didn't do yet, we can switch away from this because we now have Arctic armor, which gives us freeze immunity. So I could have already done this, which gives us a lot more survivability as well. Soul of Lunaris is pretty good. Just keep that in mind. Yeah, it's pretty nice. All right, anyways, let's look at the skill tree. Pretty standard skill tree. We have double tincture here. We have Oath of Winter. This is really a lot of damage and really good. And we get that didn't happen from the Delirium tree, 40% less damage from hits, which is basically a free Progenesis or a free Corrupting Blood, Petrified Blood. A really important thing here is this note, Corner Prey. We get a lot of crit strike chance from this. So we do need a little bit of fist damage. I don't think cold damage can bleed, right? I don't think so. We need a little bit of fist damage. I think, yeah, this is obviously important. Less projectile speed here, less projectile speed here. And we have slower projectiles here. But I will go through the gens quickly later on. And I think this is pretty good as well. Projectile mastery. Everything else is pretty standard. This one, reverse elemental resistance, 15% chance. And this is really important for Simulacrum as well. I think enemies poisoned, but you cannot deal crits. And this is basically the reason why we get four notes here. This is some chaos res, but we do not really do poison damage. This is literally just for enemies cannot crit you, right? Which is super important. And then obviously we also get this node, 8% more damage with hits against ailment, and ailments against enemies affected by at least 5 poisons. And yeah, the rest is pretty self-explanatory. This is really, really good for survivability as well. And we also got this node. I don't know how good that is. I just tested it out. It felt good. But yeah, life recovery from regeneration is not applied, and every 4 seconds recover 1 life. So it's basically 10 times the amount, right, that you have in recovery. And we recover, how much do we have? I don't know how much we have with Grafts. I didn't show my Grafts yet. Wait, where can I see it? Am I blind? Might be blind. Ah, no, it's not showing because of the node. Okay, anyways. So Grafts, we have falling crystals here. I have this for a while now. I think it's really, really good. Nothing special. I think that you can get way better Grafts. And I have this one, Tender Embrace, which I think is pretty good as well. I think you can exchange these whatever you want to with. Yeah, but still very, very good. In terms of gems, let's look at the main links first. Spectral Helix, Nightblade, pretty self-explanatory. Best skill if you use a claw or a dagger. Ice Bite, we do need Ice Bite. It gives a lot of flat damage, and we do need flat damage because our dagger literally has none. Inspiration, Slower Proj, and Awakened Added Cold, also really important for the flat damage, right? So we need a lot of flat damage. We could get even more here, but I needed these to get our immunities up, Ignite Avoidance and Poison Avoidance fully, and we also have Allocate Tolerance here, so we have Poison Avoidance completely. Our Bleed Avoidance we get from Seal Skin. So we have Enlighten here, Herald of Ice, Arctic Armor, Flesh and Stone. Customer damage taken Frost Bomb. Level 11 Vitality. I don't want to go much higher. I think the mana pool is fine right now. Assassin's Mark, Automation, Seal Skin, Inspiration, Awakened Cold Pen, and Mark on Hit. This is obviously not doing anything. So we basically have a free slot here still. This is just to swap out. Fortify, Flame Dash, Warden Blades, and Fast Attacks. So yeah, Flame Dash pretty mandatory if you get Grasping Vines on you, so you can get out of that. And yeah, Fortify, self-explanatory with Whirling Blades. So yeah, overall, I would say pretty standard setup here for a projectile skill. The only thing that is different than usual is you use slower projectiles. So yeah, I think it's pretty much all the important stuff. Also, one important thing is with your tinctures, if you are in a map. So with Warden, they linger, right, for 6 seconds. So basically what you need is you need exactly 12 stacks of mana burn. And then you can, if you get 12 stacks of mana burn, which is not possible if you're not leeching, right, with my mana pool. But if you get 12 stacks of mana burn, it will linger long enough so it's like fully recovered. So this lingers for 4 seconds now, right? And if you get the full 12, then it's basically up all the time. You can get increased effect, but then it will drain more mana. So I think this is the best middle way. But yeah, increased effect might also be fine if you want to use that. Yeah, one more thing. If you do not want to play this character, but I think I will make a separate build for that anyways, a separate video for that anyways, for the mapping setup. But I will quickly explain it if you don't want to look at it. If you do want to do a mapping setup without a Mage Blood, with a Mage Blood, I will probably get rid of this anyways, right? So no 2 tinctures, only 1 tincture. And what you can do is you can get a Megalomaniac here. You can get rid of this node. You can get rid of these nodes. And then you basically just get Cobra Lash. You get Follow Through, it's called, on the Megalomaniac. Follow Through, and what's really important is Feed the Fury and Follow Through. Feed the Fury is just a really good overall node. A lot of attack speed, a lot of damage. And Follow Through gives you increased damage per remaining chain. And that's what you want to use with Cobra Lash. And then you get rid of these nodes. These are really not interesting for mapping. I think these are really good for survivability for simulacrums, but otherwise not really important. You could get rid of these. Like there's some nodes you can get rid of to get the Megalomaniac, and you get rid of this and you swap this into increased projectile speed, and you get increased damage with hits and damage for each time they have chained instead of pierced. And that's basically it. You swap out the setup for Cobra Lash, or you can go Lightning Strike, whatever you want to do. Yeah, Lightning Strike is totally fine as well. The reason why I don't want to go Lightning Strike, because this is an easier swap, and I don't want to get Awakened Multi-Strike, etc. But Lightning Strike is also super fine and super good if you rather want to go Lightning Strike. And yeah, I think that's pretty much it. Like basically just switch around a couple nodes here and there. Like these you don't need, these you will not need. I mean, this is with a Mage Blood basically. But yeah, I will get rid of one of the tincture nodes. And otherwise you do not necessarily need the Megalomaniac. The damage is completely fine, but I will make, as I said, a separate video with a Cobra Lash setup with my Mage Blood, and then give you a suggestion what you can do without a Mage Blood. Without the Mage Blood, I would probably keep second tincture, because this is just so fucking strong. If you look it up in the POB, it's insane damage. So yeah, that's it for the quick video. And yes, always thank you guys for watching and subscribing. I mean, this channel is more like more of a diary for myself, but I really hope that I can help some people out with it. And yeah, I always find it fulfilling if I can give someone good ideas of builds. And this is, as I said, really cheap, except from the dagger, but you can get, as I said, with the claw and the claw nodes, you should be completely fine as well. Alright, thanks for watching. Bye!